No clues, no signs, nada.
Nothing but speculation and unsubstantiated rumors. Nothing until...
Dun, dun, dun!
There's been a discovery. Almost out of nowhere. Human remains found by a couple of kids fishing at a lake the police had searched already back in the day.
That all sounds a little strange.
That's because it is strange, Rach. It looks like the recent heavy rain brought the bones to the surface, where they've been buried for the past 2 decades. Of course, people are saying it's Jessica because it was a place known to be special to her. Her family, particularly her mother, were convinced that's where authorities would find her. The remains have been sent off for testing, and the results are being kept firmly under wraps for now. But it finally opens the door again on a case that has been relegated to the freezer for far too long.
Not only that, but the word on the street is that other missing person cases are being linked together now, too. Everyone knows about the other missing girls. And for years, if you can believe it, authorities never connected them. People always said that these disappearances were connected. Some of the families openly criticized the police department for not doing enough and for refusing to see what seemed so obvious to everyone else. Which smells like good old-fashioned police incompetence to me, Stella.
Oh, absolutely. If these girls are officially connected, like it's always seemed they were, then this is about to seriously blow up, and the police have a lot to answer for. And just saying, selfishly, the timing is good for us with the start of this podcast, because it looks like we're going to get some new information 2 decades after it all went down. Can't get better PR than that.
And maybe with your help, listeners, we'll finally figure out what happened to the missing women of Southern State University.
I have a feeling we're on the cusp of getting some answers. And Rach, I am here for it.
Chapter 1. Lindsay. 2 weeks ago. My stomach dropped to the floor as my eyes took in the image on my phone screen. My mouth went dry, and my palms began to sweat as the blurry words came into focus. Mom and Dad noticed the shift in me right away. "What is it? You look like you're going to be sick," Dad asked, glancing up distractedly, his attention mostly on the latest edition of Car and Driver magazine he'd been reading. "Lindsay Bug, what's wrong? You're scaring me. Are you coming down with something? I can make you a doctor's appointment." Mom put the back of her hand against my forehead to check for a temperature. She peered over my shoulder at my phone, seeing what had caused my reaction. The picture was of woods being cordoned off, the glistening water of a large lake in the background, people in white coveralls all the way up over their heads lugging bags from vans, masks obscuring their faces. "Is that where I think it is?" she whispered, bracing herself on the back of my chair. I glanced back at her and nodded. "What is it, Kara?" my father asked, finally closing his magazine and giving us his full attention for the first time. He took in our horrified faces before taking the phone from my shaking hands. "What is this? Is this right now?" he demanded, his expression morphing from polite disinterest to terrified. I took a calming breath, feeling my stomach knot up. I gently took my phone back and scrolled down to the text. "It says they found human remains yesterday morning. They appear to have been there a while, though they won't know for sure until they're tested." "At Doll's Eye Lake?" Mom's voice was tiny. "At Doll's Eye Lake," I confirmed. "Is it her?" Her words quavered, and I knew she was holding in 24 years' worth of tears. "I don't know, Mom." I sounded hollow. "What the goddamn hell?" my dad suddenly roared. "Why weren't we told this was happening? Why didn't they call us?" His anger was justified and completely understandable. Why hadn't we been prepared for the news? Had no one thought that the family should have been notified before the press got a hold of it? "They don't know who it is." I continued to read, my eyes skimming the article quickly. "But they do mention Jess. The police haven't released a statement yet." Dad had his phone pressed to his ear, and I heard him demanding to speak to someone. "Put me through to whoever's in charge of the shit show happening at Doll's Eye Lake," my father yelled.